Hey guys, Xaryu here, and today I am gonna show you some rogue mage footage versus some demon hunters in 2v2, and I also have a clip of threes after this for you guys as well, playing with a Destro lock, and I'll show you how that went in a little bit. But yeah, starting the game off here, my rogue was actually AFK on Blade's Edge Arena. Nike swag. What are you doing, man? Come on! Get in the game! Anyway, we generally like to go Demon Hunter in this matchup. Trying to get a sheep, I do double blink, but the monk is actually playing away the crane, which means he has a 45-second stun break, which makes it very difficult to actually CC him, because every time he cheap shots into something, cheap shot in a sheep or something, he just gets out of it. I do pop my temp shield for all of his damage there, get a huge temp shield back, and I ended up having to block anyway, so it kind of sucked. I should have just blocked at higher life. I'm coming out here trying to get a sheep off that sheep shot, do end up getting it, but he does get that monk bubble, so this is pretty much one of the worst openers ever. I jump off and Frost Nova the Demon Hunter upstairs, try to spell steal some HOTS. I have that renewing mist, and I think I had enveloping there for a second, so I am getting healed by those monk HOTS, which is very, very nice. I'm kiting as far away, actually to the very corner as I can, because I really just want to pull the Demon Hunter away from the monk to make it easier to CC the monk for my rogue. I do get Ring of Peace in the corner. It's not too much of a problem. I actually tried to blink out, but it kind of bugged. Didn't really work, but Ring of Peace ended anyway, and I got out just fine. Ended up getting a full sheep here onto the monk. He does go ahead and trinket that, and we didn't even really have too much damage. So not the best trinket by the monk, but understandable because we're both low. He's just trying to keep his Demon Hunter offensive so that we can go ahead, they can go ahead and get a kill pretty soon. I do get imprisoned. My rogue is almost dead here. I do get half paralyzed after that. I do get trying to get a cast off there, but I do get kicked. I'm upstairs right now. My rogue is running for his dear life. I'm trying to peel the Demon Hunter the best I can. I put a ring here onto the bridge so we can't really get over it. I start casting sheep, so when that ring gets dispelled, he goes into sheeps. One more sheep. Trying to get a sheep on the monk, couldn't quite land it, but right here we have a little window where Demon Hunter has no trinket for 10 seconds. Kidney, he weighed the crane tip, but I do get that blink sheep anyway. I pop my orb, Comet Storm, Ebon Bolt, Ice Nova combo, Belf off of the sheep, and the Demon Hunter does go down. This is one of the craziest 2v2 matches ever. Like, Mistweaver Demon Hunter is hard, any healer DPS is hard, but when you kind of pair that with a terrible opening and us not being in Skype, and then we get a game like this, it goes from a disaster to kind of just like just a beautiful game overall. I was like, man, right here I was just like, dude, this game was freaking awesome. That turnaround that we had, especially from starting AFK and really just being at like 1% and just running no blocks, no anything left. This guy does take a while to kill, but I did leave this in here because we didn't get 1v2'd. I didn't want to cut the clip short and think we got 1v2'd by the Mistweaver monk, because when he is playing Way the Crane, he does do pretty. It's like melee wings from a paladin. He does heals from his damage. And he does a good amount of damage, so he could actually probably 1v2 us, but we go ahead and just go with a blind reset there. Go with a couple cheap shots and orb and whatever, and then he should go down any second here, I promise. There he goes. I do get my 5th prestige there on my alt mage as well. I think I'm 5th prestige on my main and 5th prestige on my alt now, so that's pretty cool. But anyways, hopping into another game here in a second. Rogue mage, another game of rogue mage, and this time we're actually going to be fighting a Demon Hunter and an R-Shaman. So we fought these guys before, and we opened Shaman, and we killed them in the opener, I think. And a lot of our games, honestly, do end that way. But I try not to include those with YouTube, because, if you kill in the opener, it's like kind of a flukier win. I try to knock the eye out of that Demon Hunter, by the way, so we can't get my rogue out of stealth. But yeah, I try not to include, like, fluky wins. Sometimes I do, just because they're funny, but when I kind of like these longer games where we're trying to working through their cooldowns, they're working through our cooldowns, we're running and resetting, etc. Because I think we just fought these guys before and we one-shot the Shaman in the opener, and now we're like, okay, he's probably not gonna let us do that again, so let's go Demon Hunter. All of this, damaging abilities on me. I pop my temp shield and then realize quickly that I just need to block. So I block, I'm full HP still. But now I have no block available, no temp shield available. Full blind goes out, pop some damage here onto the Demon Hunter, trying to cast an Ebon Bolt, full sheep out of that blind. He does go up in the air though, and I was actually watching over this game, and I think I make a mistake here. So instead of re-sheeping and trying to kill the Demon Hunter, I should have just stopped sheeping and ran. I don't, maybe even sheep the Demon Hunter. I don't think it is really worth it to stay in there and sheep the Shaman 3 times and kind of keep him on DR for sheep, because he would have been off DR a little sooner. Turns out it didn't really matter because I got the lockout right there onto the Shaman, but still, you always kind of want to be critical of your own gameplay. Eye fades on me, cheap shot into a sheep onto the Shaman, get the sheep there, full sheep, ADAP procs, resheep the ADAP, orb onto the Demon Hunter there, into an Ebon Bolt, into a quarter sheep. Actually, didn't get that Ebon Bolt off, but into that quarter sheep, and a little cheap shot there to end out the game. So that's pretty cool. We actually got to like 2560 or something, or 2550 something, and 2v2 as Rogue Mage, no Skype, Subfrost, which is pretty crazy. It's actually like top 50 or so on the ladder. I actually checked, like, so we're the highest Rogue Mage in the US, and if you check on EU ladders, there's no mages in the top like 3 or 4 pages, so highest ranked pretty much anywhere. So it's pretty cool. Love playing Rogue Mage 2s. It's so fun. Anyways, hopping into a game of 3s here with a Destro Warlock. Dude, I played some Destro games yesterday. I was expecting it to be pretty decent. These games went so bad. We're playing at pretty low MMR right now, but it doesn't matter because this game's awesome anyway. But yeah, Destro Frost Mage is not back. I would not give it a go. I mean, you could probably run it to like I could probably hit Glad with it. I don't know if I could hit rank 1 with it, but it's like, it's just not what it used to be, you know. Maybe my expectations were set too high. Maybe it's a decent comp still, and maybe we were playing it wrong. But anyways, so the kind of strategy we're going for is sheep the healer, cleave down both of the DPS. And maybe that's the wrong strategy to go about this, but that's kind of what we were doing for most of our Q session. Or maybe it's just, this is the first time I was playing with these guys, so maybe our synergy wasn't up to par that I, normally queue with or anything like that, but I don't know. Trying to put a ring down because they are training my Destro Lock, and he is just having a hard time surviving with a Hunter and a Rogue just freaking drilling him. Sheeping the Rogue a couple times, sheeping the Hunter a couple times, getting them off of my lock, but he's still in so much trouble. He's actually almost dead. MC, when he pops that link, so I can't actually get into that link, which is pretty bad, but that's okay. I'm casting some more Frost Bolts, get some more Icicles. I have a Blizzard down a lot of this game, so I can pretty much spam that orb. My lock is almost dead, and my Shaman goes into a full kidney. I'm actually so surprised he lives right here. The Rogue is almost dead, too. The Rogue is living. My lock is living. Priest goes into a couple sheeps. I don't know how something didn't die there, whether it was my lock or that Rogue. The Rogue and the Hunter are going low, so our strategy in general is working. Sheep the Priest and kill the Hunter and the Rogue while they're on my lock. I actually just block CC at this point because I just don't even care. CS that Penance from the Priest. My lock CS the Shaman from the Priest, so the Priest can't do anything right now. I'm just spamming as much damage as possible. I'm gonna look for a sheep here in a second. My Warlock spell lock the Priest again. Going for a sheep here. Blink in, Belf silence the Priest, blink sheep the Priest. My lock goes down. We do end up getting a cross kill onto the Hunter with a couple more Ice Lances. So now it's a 2v2 Shaman Mage versus Priest Rogue. Right when I was going into this, I'm like, this is gonna be a nightmare. I was streaming, I was like, dude, I don't want to do 2v2 with the Shaman right now. This is awful. Rogue opens up on me, and my Shaman's like, dude, I'm gonna res. I'm like, sick, do it. So I blink sheep the Rogue and cast a ring on the Priest and actually land both. Rogue has no trinket, Priest is playing Relentless, and we do get that resurrect off with it. Cross CC, sheep Rogue, ring Priest. Pretty freaking epic way to land a res. I think that was one of our last games. A pretty good way to end a Q session. Actually, we might have done a little bit more after that, but yeah, great games nonetheless. I like Destro Lock, Destro Mage last patch, but it's okay now. Not up to par, but if you want to play it, go ahead, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's not super strong right now. Anyways, guys, leave the video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs the video down if you didn't like it. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see for next time. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!